today, and I'm so happy to be surrounded by so many familiar friends and supporters of Ocean County Senior Services. First and foremost, I want to thank Ocean County Senior Services for giving us the opportunity to speak with you. We've had them many years. The civil group had also had them here for many years, and then it turned into activities, and then special events took over to run this particular event. So they're here to give us information about that PAS 1 form, and they're going to tell us all about the utilities and different services that they have. We also have their mobile unit outside that if you want to take a tour of it when we're done with the meeting, you can do so. So we're also going to set up an appointment. Tentatively, it's going to be May 20th at 10 o'clock here, and that's when they're going to help you fill out the forms. And that is appointment scheduled, okay? We'll definitely set up the date, and then I'll set up the time for you, okay?
Looks like we're going to need 2 dates.
We're going to need 2 dates, so. Because we got a good group here, okay? So I want to introduce you. We got Holly and Paula from Ocean County Services. Please give them a warm welcome.
Which one's Holly?
I'm Holly. Hi.
Is there bagels out in that mobile unit?
I wish. I wouldn't be in here if they were out there. So, as I'm guessing all of you know, there is a new form this year that the state put out for the property tax rebates. It's including what some people call the senior freeze, others know it as the PTR. It includes the anchor rebate, formerly the homestead rebate, and their newest program that they're rolling out, which is the Stay NJ. So, what happens this year is you do a combined application, and it goes to the state for them to determine your eligibility. When they process your application, you will receive something back in the mail from them, letting you know your eligibility status and what you'll be getting in return for each of the programs. The senior freeze remains the same as prior years. You have to have been 65 or older as of 2020 this year. As of 2020 this year, 2021. Living in your home for the right amount of years. One difference this year is you do not need the PTR 1A form from the tax collector's office. You don't have to go hunting that form down. What you do need to know is what your 2023 and 2024 property taxes billed were. So you just need to have those 2 numbers in hand.
What were those years again? I'm sorry.
2023 and 2024, what you were billed for your property taxes.
What were the number of years that you have to live in your home?
I'm sorry, so you gotta bear with me.
Also, if you still file your income tax returns, you're probably wondering why we're waiting until May to schedule appointments. You need your 2024 income tax returns if you're still filing, as well as your 2023 income tax returns, just the same as prior years. If you're no longer filing your income tax returns because you are not required to, you do have to do a bit of a scavenger hunt and find the items that you would have been bringing to an appointment to have your income taxes done. Should it be your 1099 for Social Security, any kind of W-2, W-4 forms?
Can I ask you something, honey?
Sure.
I see you're going to give out pages.
Yes.
So anything that you're saying, is it on the pages so I don't have to take my notes?
Yes.
Thank you. It's pretty simple this year.
And beyond that, when you sign up, when that sign-up sheet comes out to have them done here, when you put your appointment on the books, we are going to call you individually anyway to confirm that appointment and review the required documents to make sure you've got everything with you. That's for the state, so that's the PTR portion. You do have to have those numbers. Anchor, they are skipping. Everyone asks this question. They asked it when we went to the state presentation. For the anchor, it is the 2024 anchor. They're skipping years 2022, 2023. When we asked the statewide, they did not have an answer for us. It's just what's happening right now. So we have no answer for that if anyone was wondering. The most important part about this form this year is the stay NJ, because stay NJ is for anyone who maintained the same residence for all of 2024. So if you lived in your home all of 2024, you're still going to fill out this application. You're going to be eligible for that rebate instead of the PTR and anchor rebate. Does that make sense?
What happened is what?
If you moved mid-year,
Repeat the question.
Then you're not eligible.
You have to live in your home the full year of 2024.
so if you moved here in 2024, you may be eligible for the anchor portion. If you moved before October 2024, you would get the anchor rebate back. You have to be in your home all of 2024 to get the stay NJ. And for the senior freeze rebate, you have to have been in your home for, I think it's 5 years. Right? Three. Senior freeze, you owned and lived in your home in 2020 through December 31st, 2024. So you had to have owned and lived in your home since 2020. I was right about that in the beginning.
5 years.
5 years.
The thing is, this stands for PTR, anchor, and stay. You're going to fill this out no matter what. Answer this question.
We can't hear
You're dealing with senior citizens, Rick, yes.
Okay. I'm right there with it. Turned 60 this year. All right, so the PAS stands for PTR, anchor, and stay. Fill this out and the state will make if you're eligible for it. All that you're going to need is your 23 income, 24 income, and property taxes paid for 23 and 24. And that's it, and then they are going to decide who gets what. So if you did get anchor, they ask that question, you fill out the dot. Did everybody get their own mail to their home, their own mailer?
So if you didn't get a mailer yet, don't worry. The state, the word on that from the state is that you can still expect these booklets to be coming in through the end of April. They've been mailing. If in May you still haven't gotten your blue booklet and you feel like you should have, then you do need to contact the state and request a booklet be sent out, or you can print one out at home. There are 2 ways to file. You can file by paper. When you file the paper application and mail it into the state, you're going to get a check in the mail to cash at your bank. If you are tech savvy and you wish to file online, you will need to complete what they call ID.me. You might be familiar with that from the anchor rebate from last year. ID.me, you have to sign up online with your account. This is how you can access your online account for the PAS1 and complete your form electronically if that is what you prefer. What online account? On the website, Division of Taxation website, you can file your PAS1 electronically if you wish, but you must do the ID.me. For ID.me?
No.
For PAS1? It's through the New Jersey Division of Taxation. And you can only do the online form if you do the ID.me first.
It's a security level. So they take a picture of your face, it's a whole thing on the side of the form.
Right.
So the one piece of doing the ID.me, you can only do a direct deposit if you do the online application. If you are interested in getting your money via direct deposit, you must do ID.me and file your PAS1 online.
Thank you.
Questions about that? Yeah. So for the senior freeze, you have to technically you have to be 67. You have to have been living in your home and paying taxes at the age 65 in 2023. So you have to be 67. They tell you have to be 65, but you have to be 67 is the truth. You had to have been 65 in 2023 when you would be freezing your base year of taxes.
You also have to have lived in your home for 5 years.
Yes. So you have to have been 65 or older in 2023 and living in the same residence since 2020 through the year 2024. The other way to apply for the PAS1, thank you, is if you are underaged and disabled, legally disabled through the state of New Jersey, and receiving a Social Security disability income. There's no age on that. There's no age on that. If you are receiving Social Security disability, you can also apply. That's only for the freeze, is the 5 years. If you are underage disabled or you're over 65, you're going to fill out this application because it includes anchor, where you have to have been in your residence by October 2024. You're filling this out to be screened for the stay NJ, which means you are living in your home all of the year 2024. And this application is going to screen you for the senior freeze, which is 65 in 2023 and living in your home for 5 years since the year 2020. It's a combined application. The state will review it, determine your eligibilities, and they will send you what I'm calling an invoice in the mail to let you know your eligibility and when you will be expecting those rebates. We won't know this year. In the past, when you did your senior freeze, it gave you how much you were getting back. That's not in this booklet. They are just gathering all of your information, taking it back to their offices, and processing you for eligibility and payouts. Now, when you're looking at the booklet, you'll notice there are 3 different schedules. One for homeowners, one for mobile owners, and one for certain other homeowners. When you're filling out the booklet, if you fill out the booklet with 4, A and B, yes, homeowner, you're going to move to Schedule 1 and do Schedule 1. If it's a mobile home, you're going to do the mobile home schedule, and if you filled out or answered questions a particular way, you may or may not have to do Schedule 3, but that's what we're going to be here for in May to help walk you through. It's a paint by numbers. You fill out what's applicable to you and you send it to the state. That's how they explained it to us. So far, we've been doing applications pretty steadily back at our office, and it's a pretty pain-free application. It goes rather quickly. We have called into the state with our questions, so we're pretty much, I want to say, we feel pretty confident with what we're doing. We've kind of shaken out all of our doubts by contacting the state when we came up with issues. So we're ready to answer those questions with you and let you know while we're answering them a certain way when we sit down with you. Yeah. We sure do. So one, your community is going to set up a couple days that if you prefer that we come here to you, we're going to be right here at your clubhouse again, and you only have to come meet us here. You don't have to come all the way to our office.
Can you just repeat the question? They don't know what the question was.
Oh, she asked if we have a phone number where she can come make an appointment to see us. And I said, no need to come to us, we'll come to you. Yes.
But if you have to, you can come to us, by all means.
Good question. She wants to know if you need your federal tax returns or your state tax returns. And the answer is, if you look into that booklet, it asks you for your New Jersey 1040, your state tax returns. You do also need to supply your Social Security income, which would be on your federal. So my advice is bring both.
How do we get an appointment?
So what's going to happen is that whoever organized today is Sharon. She's going to coordinate with our office again to set up a couple days. I'm thinking we'll need 2 days of time, or maybe we'll just have double the staff come. And there will be a sign-up sheet that she'll let you know about. You can sign up for day and time. And then we're going to contact you off of that sheet just to ensure that you're bringing what you need with you.
Honey,
Yes.
if there is, for any reason, something happens, you can't do what you have to do, is there a number that you can be reached at?
Absolutely. And so when we're done here, we have some materials up front with our phone number on it, so you can grab one of those. We have our pocket guides and whatnot, and some cards. Yes, I'll come up to you in the front.
I just want to make a suggestion. When you do send in your application, I suggest you send in certified return receipt. Because the last time I sent my application in, I waited like 3 months, and I called the state. They said they never received my application, even though I received that they did receive it. I had to resend it. They denied my application. They said they never received it. It took a long process. They denied me. So I'm suggesting that you send your application to return receipt. Then the second time they deny me again, then all of a sudden they find my first application. So send it return receipt certified. So just making sure that you send it certified.
So she's saying, she's making a suggestion to send your application certified mail with receipt. And the state also does recommend that you have some kind of proof of mailing. To that end, send it certified. Do not send it that they need to sign for it though, because it goes to a PO box. So you want it certified, but don't, when they ask you, do you want like that signature on receipt? You don't want signature on receipt because someone's just grabbing all those applications and bringing it back to an office. And they will kind of give you the runaround. We have also had our own issues with the state and saying applications didn't arrive, or there's a hang up with payouts. To that end, as far as our office goes, I can't speak for the state, but if you are ever having issues with your application, if you're having a hang up, you can contact us as well. It looks like, similar to the past, they're going to have the check benefit status on their website, where you can go in with your social security number and your zip code to check the status of your application. It will say application received. It will say processing or verifying. I'm not sure what language they're going to use on this one. And then it will say approved, and it'll show you you're being paid out. Our office, if you give us a ring, will happily go onto their website and plug your information in to let you know where it's at. And if it looks like that it's being hung up for any reason, we'll also help you walk through that to ensure that you do get your rebate.
Yes, can you repeat the information on the yellow paper for 2023? Is that true?
So when we attended some of these presentations with the state, some attendees had mentioned that and asked them, hey, we noticed we jumped from 2021 to 2024, what's up with that? The state representative who was giving this presentation to us said she was hoping that no one noticed, and they don't have an answer for it yet. They're moving forward to 2024, that's what you're going to get a rebate for, and maybe they'll go back to 2022 and 2023. We don't have an answer for it because the state doesn't have an answer for it, unfortunately. I'm going to go here and then here. So if you're no longer filing your income taxes because you're not required to, you'll just bring the documents that you would need to bring if you still file. So if you're getting Social Security, bring your 1099. If you do get a pension, bring the tax form you get sent as if you were going to be filing. Anything that you would have to bring to an accountant to do your taxes, you're going to bring to us instead. Does that answer the question? Yeah? Tax bills. If all you're getting is Social Security, you bring us your Social Security 1099 and we call it a day.
Hi, young lady. I got a question. They just gave this piece of paper out, pamphlet,
Yes.
about different locations.
Good question.
Okay, Ocean County, New Jersey is the biggest senior population in the state. And they don't have an office in Ocean County. I'm just saying, nothing in town, but you can't even go into the chamber of commerce and have it done.
So,
Nothing in here says Ocean County.
so the sheet that just came out with a little clipboard on it, this is from the state. These are the state offices for the New Jersey Division of Taxation. They're not county specific, they're the ones throughout the state. If you want to go to the state specifically to have this application complete, you can. They're just providing their locations. You don't have to go there. You can come to our offices. Some tax collector offices are assisting their community. Our offices, the senior centers are. That's just there for your information. If you so desire to visit a site in person.
Where's your office?
My office is 1027 Hooper Avenue, right down the street from the mall.
Okay, so then you're in Ocean County. Somebody wants to go there and have this done.
Yes, anyone that lives in Ocean County can call us and make an appointment and come in and have this application complete in office with us. We also have an office with just one of our staff members, but we do have an office in the Ocean County Mall at the County Connection as well.
Okay.
We are at 1027 Hooper Avenue. You can come to us, we'll be happy to have you, but we're happy to come here and see you as well to get this done. Yes, please do call us for an appointment because again, we'll review that checklist of what you would need to bring, special to your own particular circumstances, to ensure that when you arrive, you have all your documents with you and your application can be completed swiftly.
Phone number?
I have,
I'm gonna give you papers.
we have papers.
This program is advertised as information on all of the services,
Yes.
including energy assistance.
Yes, so I think once we get all the questions answered for the PAS 1, we'll move on to some of the other programs that we can assist you with. Yep, absolutely. We got a whole list of them.
I have to leave at 11.
Okay. Yes. So her question is about if you're filing on through an estate on behalf of the deceased. Another category is if a home is in a trust. Yes, there are ways to file. It would get paid out to the estate if the estate exists. For these particular situations, we can talk to you individually and instruct you on what extra documentation you would need to bring and the eligibility.
Hi, I plan to file on my computer.
Okay.
How do I go about giving them the information for my income tax?
So if you're planning to file on your computer, doing the application electronically, do you have an ID.me account yet?
I don't think so.
So you would have to go to ID.me and set up an ID.me account. It requires
Are you saying me, M-E?
ME, ID.me. It is a layer of security. You have to have an email address. You have to have a smartphone, a way to take your own picture, and the computer and the phone talk to each other while you do it. If you are interested in going through the electronic application, I don't know if we can come out for that, but you can make an appointment in our office to get assistance setting up your ID.me. If you'd like to do that ahead of time, we'll give you our information. You can call us and we can help you out with that part as well. If that's the little hurdle you need to get over. When you do the electronic application, there'll be all of the boxes to fill in your income information as well as your checking account information for direct deposit if you like.
Yeah, because I direct deposit every month. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, so you would need to successfully set up an ID.me account before filing electronically, and we can assist you with that. If you'd like to go that direction, you can come to the office.
Thanks very much.
Anyone else? PAS1 questions for now? I know we have some folks who want to hear a little bit about the other programs. We can always circle back to PAS1 if you like, after we touch on a couple other benefits that you might be eligible for.
Can't hear you.
He said he never received the PAS book. He came in a little bit later. So for the mailing of them, we're still expecting people to be receiving their books through April at least. If you didn't get it, you can go online, print it off. You can call them and request a booklet. There's options. No, but you need the ID.me that I was just talking about. Okay, so we'll put a pin in the PAS1 for just a moment, and we will talk about the utility assistance, because you have to get out by 11. So, there are a variety of utility assistance programs that exist. One of the main ones that most people know about is the USF and LIHEAP. USF stands for Universal Service Fund. LIHEAP is the Low Income Heating Energy Assistance Program. This program is run through the Department of Community Affairs at the state, DCA. I want to say for a while, most people were familiar with filing by paper with the Ocean Ink Agency in Toms River. We have gotten, I want to say this year, more than ever, a lot of feedback that applications were being processed slow, or they weren't getting their rebate, they weren't seeing their benefits show up. We understand that Ocean Ink is behind. If anyone has filed for it and hasn't gotten it yet, Ocean Ink is behind in their processing. To try and help this now and into the future, Senior Services actually got to meet virtually with DCA and bring our clients' complaints to them about the process. So now, at our office, you can make an appointment and we will assist you in completing the application directly with DCA to ensure we can follow the application and then it does get processed in the correct time frame, which is about 60 days. The USF LIHEAP Utility Assistance Program is based on income. Do we have that in? You're not Paula? I'm going to grab you the income information. All right, here we go. USF LIHEAP is a pretty, that doesn't even look like the right number to me. Why doesn't that look like the right number?
It's high, it's like 3,900 and change.
Is that right?
It's high.
I thought it was higher. All right, I guess it is.
Yes,
All right.
that too was like 5,000.
2 is 5,000. Okay, so USF LIHEAP for an individual, they always look at gross income, which is very unfair if you are asked in my opinion, but they always look at your gross total income for a household of 1. If you are under $3,991 a month, you would be eligible for utility assistance. For a household of 2, it's a little bit higher. I want to say it's right under 5,000 is the number if you're a household of 2.
Do they take into account the amount of money, the electric bill? I mean, the electric bill for this year is going to be over $2,000. It's closing in on the price I paid for my HOA.
I want to say yes, but I don't know the equation they use.
And it's yes and no.
By
USF.
usage,
USF does.
but both of them go by usage of the home. Okay. So it does go, the USF goes by usage and your income. So some people might get 10, some people might get $4. So I don't know how they do their math with that.
What's the question?
So she was asking about, I mentioned that for eligibility for USF LIHEAP, it's income-based, and she asked about the benefit if it's income-based or usage-based. And the answer is, for the USF benefit, it is income-based and usage-based. That's the one that you might see even at the minimum, you get $5 a month off. And I'm not familiar with the program, but I do know that if you are getting at least $5 from the USF program off of your heating bill, it does put you in contention for it's a program through, I want to say NJNG, to have the Fresh Start. Have you heard of the Fresh Start program? Yeah, so the Fresh Start, if you're making regular payments, if you have that USF benefit of at least $5, you can call your gas company and ask about the Fresh Start program and they'll let you know if you're eligible. You're just electric? So you'll call your electric company, your JCP&L? Yeah. So you would call JCP&L. LIHEAP is a heating benefit. It's a flat rate credit that you get off of your bill. So you'll get the USF deduction year-round, the LIHEAP, the heating, you'll get a lump sum once a year in the winter time. Theoretically, Oceanic processes your application quickly enough. There is an added benefit for cooling in the summer months. There's an additional document that you need to provide when applying. It's the physician cooling benefit letter. It's a doctor's prescription saying that you do suffer from some kind of illness or ailment that causes breathing trouble. That, by having your air conditioning on in the summer, alleviates some of the complications from that diagnosis. The doctor does have to sign it, and we would send it in with your application. I don't know what the form number is. We have those forms at our office. We can send them to you if you need them.
Physician cooling certification is called.
Are you saying U, F as in Sam, F as in Frank?
Universal Service Fund, USF, yes.
And let me ask you this. If somebody's on PAD, would they necessarily be entitled to this, or you don't know?
Good question. Do you want to answer that? So, yes and no. When you apply for PAD and you put in your electric bill information, you are being screened for USF.
But you do get a lifeline credit from PAD for $225 annually. So if anybody's not on PAD, they should fill that out just to get that $225 once a year. And it's all electric here, so you would get the whole $225 off your electric bill. And the income is 53 and change married, 60 and change, no, 53 and change single, 60,000 and change married.
Do you have an income for a household of 3?
For the USF LIHEAP, I want to say that's probably somewhere upwards of around the 6,000 mark, but we do have it at our office. If you're interested, you can give us a call. Any of these programs that you're interested in, you can give us a call. We will talk to you more in depth. We'll grab your household size, your income information, and let you know a little bit more about eligibilities.
I was getting married for a couple of years. And in January, I got nothing. And I called different places, and I called the electric company, and they say they don't know why, but I was off of it until January 3rd.
Did you complete any kind of recertification form?
I had, through your office. I was there, and I got through your office. And so I haven't been able to get a hold of Ocean Inn. And they were supposed to have a list. And your office told me, because I've called so many times, that my name is should be on the list.
Yep, and so that got sent to the state to DCA for them to handle with oceaning. You can give me your name when we're done so we can look at if the status has changed online. But we did give everyone's names to the state that we're having trouble with oceaning.
So I don't know what that means.
For your particular situation, we can talk at the end and take your name, but for the sake of everyone, we'll stick to, generalization with questions.
I have a junkyard name, IRA. I only did that.
So if you have any kind of disbursement, distribution from a IRA retirement account, and it's an annual, what we end up doing is we divide it by the 12 months, and that's considered part of your monthly income. Household of one for the utility assistance is $3,991. That's monthly gross. So she's going, that's back to the PAS 1 form, correct? Yeah. So one of the questions on the PAS 1 asks about pilot. If you don't know what it is, you don't have it and you don't need to answer. The answer is no. I don't think I've ever come across or done an application with a client who has it. If you don't know what it is, you don't have it. Yeah. Don't worry about it, your answer is no. Oceanic is way behind in everything they're doing with utility assistance.
If you're on CAAD, you will still be considered for your application is in.
You should reapply. If you didn't recertify, I wouldn't count on PAD screening you. I would do a brand new application.
Yeah, I agree. Even if PAD screen, if you apply,
You have PAD already.
yeah, so if the year you apply for PAD, they're gonna screen you for USF, and you might start getting that benefit. Our recommendation is that at that 1 year mark, you do a recertification, because I'm not sure if PAD gives you the LIHEAP as well. I think it just gives you the USF. And then Ocean Inc. used to send out a letter saying you might be entitled to more benefits, provide this information, and they're talking about getting you the LIHEAP portion. Our best recommendation is recertify every year to make sure you're gonna get the benefit. Now, Ocean Inc. is very behind. We brought that to DCA's attention. DCA is the overseeing agency for Ocean Inc. We told them Ocean Inc. is not living up to expectations. Please do something about this. From what we understand, the field agent who oversees that office did go out for an on-site visit, and any names we had on hand in our office, we passed along to the state to see what is going on. We are still continuously trying to figure out what the state is doing about it and working through it and ensuring that everyone gets their benefits. I don't know how long that's going to take, but we're trying our best to mediate between Ocean Inc. and DCA at the state level, as far as we can kind of wiggle ourselves in there.
You have the June 30th to fill out the application though. So if you haven't received a recert or reapply, that do before June 30th.
Yes.
If I come down for assistance filling out all the forms and all, do I also have to bring a death certificate? My husband recently passed away.
So yes, it's always going to be based on your particular circumstance. So when you're booking or scheduling an appointment with us, no matter what application we're going to be assisting you in filling out, we are going to review your circumstances and determine what kind of extra documentation you would need to bring along with you that day. So if you have a significant other who recently passed, it's very probable that we are going to request that you bring along a death certificate so we can make a copy of that. Depending on the programs, for example, utility assistance, they require a copy of your social security card, where the PAS one does not. So depending on what the program is that you want to apply for, there are different document requirements for those. So we will review with you individually to ensure you know what you need to bring and that you have it with you.
Thank you.
Sure. Yes.
Maybe you can't answer this, but it just seems like it's become so much more convoluted, and that now we have to trust them to like figure out the magic number that we're going to get for. Is that basically accurate?
Yeah, that's what we're getting from
I would say yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Again, I feel like we are this mediator between the state and the programs that come to all of you in the community. We are going to work our hardest, like I said, to ensure that you get the benefits that you deserve, meaning, you know, step one, we help you fill out the application and send it off to the state. The state gets it and processes it. We will assist you in checking the status of the application online and making a phone call to the state hotline if that is what is deemed necessary to find out what's going on if there's a holdup with your benefit. To be perfectly honest, I think we still have clients that we're just getting them their anchor checks from last year this month. But we are going to help you navigate that. We can't answer for the state, but we are going to help you, you know, go up against them in the arena.
Is there a list any place
That's a great question. I actually didn't even know what PAS stood for until my coworker just said it today.
PAS is property tax rebate, anchor, and stay. Which PAN is pharmaceutical, aged, and disabled, or assistance. Pharmaceutical assistance, aged, disabled. Meaning you can get it if you're under 65 and disabled or on Medicare. Any other acronyms? I have a whole book at my desk.
Yes.
Could you say something about the weatherization program that some people
Sure. She's asking about weatherization.
Also, could you give me a number to call which one? Because there's Comfort Partners and there's weatherization.
So she's asking about weatherization. Weatherization is a program. There are actually a few different agencies that provide weatherization assistance. Ocean Inc. is one of them, and ironically, their weatherization program does answer the phone and does a good job at getting out to the homes and doing what they say they're going to do, even though their utility assistance isn't really on par this year. There is the Ocean Inc. weatherization. There is Comfort Partners that will do weatherization as well. These programs will come out to your house and do an audit of the home to determine measures that can be taken for energy conservation, meaning does your home need insulating in the attic or in the crawl space? Do you have drafty windows that need to be recaulked? Do you have a door that needs new weather stripping on it? Do you have really, really old appliances that don't work as efficiently as some of the newer ones? They might determine yes and give you a new appliance. You can apply for a weatherization program. I'm not sure about New Comfort Partners, but I do know the Ocean Inc. weatherization is once every 5 years. You can have a home audit completed. We do have phone numbers for them. I'm not sure if we have them with us here, but we have them back at the office. So if you have an older home, and the thing is you can get the audit, but you don't have to take the services. So even if you just want to know what you might be entitled to, you can do that. It is at no cost to you. You do not pay for any of the home improvements for energy conservation that they do to the home. So, all right, so we talked about the PAS1, property tax. Ooh, what's the question?
I don't think so. I'm sure I don't know the requirements offhand, I apologize.
I don't know if the weatherization is income-based. I know that you must be a homeowner.
Excuse me, yes, it is.
It is, she's saying it is.
Also, you have to be in your residence for a year, because I called that.
So she says you also have to be in your residence for a year.
Again, it's me, I'm sorry.
What?
I think if I remember correctly, I'm sure. Comfort Partners was the natural gas,
She's saying Comfort Partners might be if you only if you have natural gas. I know some programs do only work with natural gas versus gas and or electric. Right. And she's saying that Comfort Partners is just if you have gas heat, they'll work with you.
The program where they come in and evaluate your home as far as heating and stuff like that, is that based on income?
Yes. It is. And she was just asking again if it's based on income. And it is.
Will they repair things according to your income?
So there are also home repair programs, and like Paula said, we apologize if we don't have everything here on hand. I want to circle back just to senior services in general. We consider ourselves a no wrong door system, meaning when you call in to us, we have a lot of information at our fingertips back at our desks. We link and open the door to programs, meaning we know of a lot of programs out there. We know some generalizations about the programs. We don't always have the numbers right on the top of our heads or know some particulars. For example, I am familiar with Comfort Partners. I know they operate out of Little Lake Harbor. We do provide that phone number to many clients who want to call and get more information from them based on their particular situation. We have that for utility assistance. USF LIHEAP isn't the only program, but it is the most well-known. It is a program that I can say you have to apply for first. There are other energy assistance and utility assistance programs that exist, but many of them, one of the requirements is that you first apply for and try to get USF LIHEAP. So if you call our office and say, I have USF LIHEAP, it's just not enough, we're going to talk to you a little bit more. Have you been able to pay bills? How much have you been paying? Do you have a shut-off notice? Okay, let's look and see if we can apply for this for you too. So we're going to be that no wrong door. You're going to open the door to senior services when you talk to us one-on-one. We're going to find out what programs you're eligible for, and we're going to help link you to them above and beyond what we're able to do here today as well. The utility assistance. I want to go back to the PAAD, pharmaceutical assistance. If you're interested in that, you're welcome to call our office to learn more about applying. That is basically a secondary payer to your primary prescription insurance coverage. Some people really love it if they're on Eliquis, because Eliquis participates in the PAD program. It pulls your co-pays down even further from where they're at right now, for example. An added benefit of applying for and being on PAD, as Paula mentioned, is the Lifeline utility program. Here in this community, being all electric, you would receive a $225 annual credit to your utility bill once a year. So, if you pay for prescriptions and you want to know more about potential extra savings, you're going to give us a call. It's on that pocket guide that Paula handed out.
I didn't have enough resource directories, so whoever needs one, call our office, by all means mail you one. The 2 rows, I didn't have that for you. If you call, I can mail it to you.
Is PAD only dollar amount qualification, or is there something else?
PAD is an income eligibility for a household of 1. Gross income has to be under 53,000 and change. For a couple, it's 59 or 60 this year. 60,000.
And they do not look at assets. You can have $20 million in the bank. They don't care. You just have to prove your income.
You can have $1 million in the bank.
Yeah. Million.
65. Or underage disabled as well. If you're receiving Social
It's a
Security
great program
disability.
with the $225 alone with electricity.
Even if you take no prescriptions,
I would do
apply for PAD and get $225 off your electric bill and have that safety net in case you ever need it.
Annually, once a year.
You know what I'm just gonna make, you can hear me even though I'm sitting.
I can.
With my mouth. I was looking after an elderly woman one time from the state, Catholic Charities, for free. She needed the bar in her bathroom. So as long as you have the merchandise, they will put it in for free. You can't give them a tip.
She's talking about home repair and home modification services. Catholic Charity is one provider. Also in this area, Caregiver Volunteers does provide some of that. Hands for All, there are a few organizations that will come in and provide some, Andy is the Caregiver Volunteers, that will provide some home modification and home repairs. Some require that you have the items on hand.
Yeah.
They'll work with you, maybe you give them $20 and they go buy a light bulb for you. That's, case by case, how they'll assist you with that. But again, if you call our office and say, hey, I need a grab bar, or I've had this burnout light bulb above my washing machine and I can't see the step down into my garage, I can't get up on a ladder, we'll tell you about the organizations that could come out and help you to get that light bulb changed.
Honey, let me ask you this. Do they have anything, I thought I read something about shopping for a person if you can't get out to shop.
Okay, she's asking about shopping. So there are some organizations organizations that will assist with bi-weekly grocery shopping. If you're unable to get out of the home and drive to the grocery store and do it yourself, from what I understand of the program is a volunteer from Caregiver Volunteers is one of the organizations. They are vetted. They will come, get your grocery list, and I believe you do have to provide them with a credit card or a debit card to do your shopping for you. I don't believe they'll accept cash. They will take your list and your card, they will go shopping and bring it back to the house for you. But there are eligibility requirements. If you drive and you go to the grocery store regularly, they're probably not going to. But say you've been ill or you had a surgery and you can't get out, you can give them a call and ask for them to help you out. Sure. Yes. That organization that I was just talking about is Caregiver Volunteers of Central Jersey. They will assist with grocery shopping. If you need help, it's bi-weekly grocery shopping.
Caregivers will also take you to the doctor.
Caregiver Volunteers also has a transportation program. It's either a volunteer driver or they will set up a ride for you through Uber or Lyft. And they will take you to doctor's appointments, non-emergency scheduled appointments. They are not taking you to the emergency room with a 911 call. They also will not do a ride after anesthesia.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say that, yes.
Transportation, Caregiver Volunteers will do doctor's appointments. Caregiver Volunteers of Central Jersey has a transportation program. It's called Healthy Hop. They will take you if you meet the requirements, meaning you no longer drive and you don't have someone who regularly takes you to appointments, you don't have that support. You can call them and they'll take you to doctor's appointments. I believe it is once a week per client, just to make sure that everyone's able to schedule. They will not take you and pick you up from an appointment if there is planned anesthesia. Even if it's like an outpatient thing that day, they're not picking up after anesthesia. If you are having anesthesia and you need a pickup because you do not have anyone to pick you up, you are looking at calling a private medical transport service and paying their fees. Yeah, unfortunately. Ocean Ride is only for Ocean County. Ocean Ride will take you to any doctor's appointment within the county. If you're going out of county, you're gonna have to pay.
Easy Ride.
Will Easy Ride that too? With anesthesia? Under anesthesia?
Easy Ride.
And you're gonna have anesthesia? So outpatient procedure with anesthesia, you might talk to them and find out if they have transportation services. I don't think Easy Ride will do anesthesia.
And it's income-based as well, but they do county. So you have to call us and then we'll give you the number.
I checked on that. Usually you have an appointment in the morning when you're having a procedure done. They don't take you because they're not open.
Right.
And then, absolutely right, they won't take you with anesthesia. I don't know about Uber, but there is somebody through the hospital.
They don't like the liability. Sometimes hospitals do or can tell you about transportation services that they can set up through them, but that would be a hospital specific. But yeah, they don't like the liability of transporting someone post anesthesia. Yes.
Where do we sign up for health and filling that?
So we're going to circle back to the PAS one with her question here, signing up. Sharon is going to lock in a date or two with our office after today's meeting, and she will let you know what those dates and times are for you to sign up.
Well, does she know who wants to sign up?
So she's going to have to talk to, what happens is she'll coordinate with our office for days that we have staff available. So like she said, she's looking at May 20th as a possible date because we're available to come out. We're putting days, we're booking days, so we have to look at days that we're open. So if it's May 20th, there will be a sign-up list with half-hour slots for you to sign up for.
And you do have the end of October to fill out the PAS.
If you want to actually...
I'm not sure how Sharon's doing it. I don't know if she... Okay, there's Sharon.
Yes.
Back to you, Sharon.
Okay, so if you want to sign up today, you're not signing up for an appointment time spot, you're just signing up for me to get in touch with you as soon as we have that date concrete. They're going to, we're working it out with Ocean County Services to actually come here once a month for any services that we possibly might need. So the next 2 months, we're going to dedicate it to appointments for the PAS forms to be filled out. And then we'll see if we need to go further with that before the deadline is October. Yeah. So we have to, that's why we started it now. So if you want to sign up, you're just signing up with your name and phone number so I can get back in touch with you. We'll also put it on the Facebook Leisure Village page telling you the date, and then I can work out your time frame, okay? So that's what you can do today. I'll have the sheet up here to just put your name down, your phone number, so I can contact you. And are you ladies all done with everything? Okay.
Absolutely. If you don't want to wait to do it here, then you can call our office and come to our facility.
Yeah, we're just making it easier for everybody to do it here if you need to.
Yeah, we're easy, whatever you guys want.
Can you give the office number again?
Yes, so we, as Sharon mentioned, we're happy to come here and assist you here. If you want to give our office a call, either to find out about more programs you'd be eligible for, or to make an appointment earlier to do your PAS 1, it's 732.
Thank you very much.
So
929
please let's
2091.
Let's give Paula and Holly a big hand